Judge, if I could, based on the police
I'm gonna
report,
accept your plea. Go ahead.
based on the police report, so when the police arrived at the scene, the defendant was already gone, but they did have Ring doorbell footage from a neighbor. According to the police report, it states Solomon Knight was with his shirt off, yelling and pounding on the door, trying to be let into the home. Knight was screaming and calling the victim a bitch in the footage. Knight can additionally be seen picking a chair off Brown's porch before leaving the area.
Is that what happened?
Yes, sir.
That's a little different than knocking on the door, isn't it?
I mean, I necessarily wasn't thinking that I was pounding.
I just asked you, is that what happened? Is that what happened or is that not what happened?
Yes, that's what happened.
Read that again.
Solomon Knighton, with his shirt off, was yelling and pounding at the door, trying to be let into the home. Knighton was screaming and calling the victim a bitch in the footage. Knighton can additionally be seen picking a chair off Brown's porch before leaving the area.
Is that what happened?
Yes, sir.
It's a little different than knocking on the door, isn't it?
Yes.
Guilty plea is accepted. Failure to refrain from having contact. Why is he doing this?
Judge, it's the,
I mean, it's two wrongs don't make a right, okay? He doesn't get to come in here and defend his actions and then say, well, she went over there and she committed a malicious destruction of property. Nobody heard me say I'm condoning her conduct, but I'm certainly not, if that happened, I'm certainly not condoning his though. So what do you want to say?
so Your Honor, it's really about these kids. And these cases are very tough when the two individuals have children together and they live in very close proximity. They live in an apartment complex on either side of each other. Mr. Knight's mother is here. She's just gonna move him at this point because this is not, they're gonna continue to be in sport. Mr. Solomon is trying to move forward. He's in school. He's supposed to be in school right now. He's going to Universal Technical Institute in Canton. He's helping raise his children. His mom gets the children. He'll keep the children. He's trying to get a job. He lost his other job at GM because of all of this.
How'd you lose the job?
Because we got charged with assault or domestic violence.
She got admitted to a mental hospital, so I had to get the kids. And I was still on my 90-day probation. And then my last security job, she called up there and claimed that I beat on there and.
So it was a security job. I misspoke. It's a security job that he lost because of this situation. At this point, he needs to move. So I would ask that the court maybe order more days on the court work program or another anger management class. If he goes to jail, it was supposed to graduate in June of this year.
Did he do the 8-week thing?
Everything's completed, yeah.
Did everything.
Everything's completed. And he's set to be discharged coming up in June 18th. Everything is done, other than this original contract order, he's been compliant. And I did talk to the victim as well. She did not want to be here for this day. She did not want to speak or say anything. Yes, there are those is application for a case with him as the victim as well. I agree again with House Counsel here that this is going to continue to be a problem with them just being in the same area as each other and having a child together.
No, you've had a history of domestic violence. So you had one taken under HIDA in 23. That's fine. But then you had another one dismissed, and then this conviction, and then you're violating the orders. You had another one dismissed in 94. It seems like there have been multiple charges. I'm not going to assume you did anything wrong because they dismissed the cases. But the bottom line is that you're violating orders here and you're going to get yourself in some deep trouble. And I mean, that's a little bit more than indirect contact. You tried to play this down, right? Said you knocked on the door. You did more than knock down the door. Shirt off, yelling the B word. Pounding on the door. What do you think?
Honestly, Your Honor, I'm not sure at this point. Again, I think they're gonna continue to be an issue back and forth, something on contact orders.
Well, I'm not gonna put up with this, okay? You're not gonna violate orders. As far as I know, there's no judge that ordered her not to have that gentleman there, correct? Correct?
Yes.
Okay. Then who are you to play judge and jury out there?
Just my kids.
Well,
Was just to respect on my kids. That's all.
when's he scheduled to come on?
June 18th of 2026, Your Honor.
Judge, the graduation is in 2026. He's supposed to graduate.
Graduate.
Yeah, he's in Universal Technical Institute in Canada.
You're to pay additional costs of 70. I'm extending probation by a month until July 18th. You're to pay additional probation fees of 20. You're to serve 2 days on the court work program and pay $70 for that. So your total here is 165 plus 2 days on the court work program. I'm gonna caution you. Do not have any more contact with her. Do we understand?
Yes.
I think the initial order says that he can have contact to effectuate visitation, does it not?
Yes, Your Honor.
Between his mother, effectuates the visitation.
Okay. Defendant. I can't read my own writing. Isn't that horrible? It says mother. Somewhere in there it says mother. What did I say?
So on our no contact order, I said, state that he's not to have contact with the victim except to exchange minor child. That's how it's worded for.
Oh, defendant permitted to have indirect contact through his mother to effectuate visitation with the minor children. Is that not what I told you?
This was originally Ms. Tessino's case, so I'm just taking it over from here. I can go ahead and update it, but it's hard to read on the order.
Defendant permitted to have indirect contact through his mother to effectuate visitation with minor children. Is that not how we were playing it before, Mr. Knighton?
Yes, we were.
Okay, well, that, I'm still gonna allow that, but no more of this. Can you pay the 165 now, or do you need time? How much time? All right, you pay this by April the 8th. Okay? If you need more time, we'll go on Zoom. I'll give you an extension. Best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, I accepted your pleas to probation violations back on March the 3rd. I revoked your status, entered a conviction. And I believe you were represented by a lawyer that day, were you not?
Yes, Mr. Haynes.
Well, let's get Mr. Haynes in here. Did you talk to Mr. Haynes about this morning yet?
I asked him, he said you would, he told me to wait to talk to you first and then talk to you.
All right, so I'm gonna revoke your status, enter the conviction, and then I'm gonna sentence you. So why don't you go talk to Mr. Haynes first, and then when you guys are done, when he's ready, I will call your case, okay? You're up to call it. Dion Tala Diawande Law, 25F243345A and B and C. And then 25B148445A. Your name, sir?
Yeah.
All right, so you will, you're here for a show cause on 345A. Yo 225. 345B, Yo 213. On 345C, you owe 327, it looks like, or is that down to 127?
127 is the balance on that
one
one.
twenty-seven, and then you owe 340 on, you're driving on a suspended that was reduced to no ops. You have the right to a lawyer. If you plead guilty on the civil infractions, you could get 1 day for every $10 owed. So you could get 23 days on file A. You could get 22 days on file B. You all right? I know it's hot in here.
No, I'm around for the night.
If you want to sit down, you can sit down. I don't want you to faint there. Go sit down at the table behind you.
Okay.
You sure?
Yes, sir.
And on file C, you could get 13 days. And then on the misdemeanor, you could get 90 if I find you could have paid and failed to pay, and your failure to pay was not without your fault. So do you understand all of that?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm gonna cut this short. You look like you're gonna faint.
Okay.
Why don't you sit down? I'm gonna feel a lot better if you sit down behind you.
Mark Lawyer?
You're going to plead to impeding traffic, correct?
Yes, sir.
And that's what you want to do?
Yes.
So that charge, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
Okay, I'll accept your plea. 150 is your total. The speeding's dismissed. Any questions?
No.
Okay, you can go right down the end of the hall, make your payment. You're all set. Thank you. Ali Abdullah Al Hassani, 260-647-961. And I'm gonna need Alec Johnson brought in. Are you Mr. Al Hassani? Come on up to the podium. Come on up to the podium, sir. All right, your name?
Alec Johnson?
Okay, so you are going to plead responsible to impeding traffic, true? You've got two other entries on here to that charge, responsible or not responsible. Plea is accepted. 165, cashier end of the hall to your right, and I'll dismiss the original charge of prohibited term. Any questions?
I do. Payment plan, better, please.
How much can you pay today?
75.
All right, when can you pay the rest?
Month itself.
Where do you work?
DoorDash.
I'll let you pay $50 bi-weekly. How's that? Beginning on April the 14th. If you need more time, you come in here on or before any one of those due dates. I'll be glad to give you an extension, okay? So 75 now and then 50 bi-weekly. Best of luck. Tatiana Lungo. 26F245-764. Good morning, ma'am. Your name? I'm sorry, say that again? All right, so. You gotta slow down, ma'am. Okay?
Trying.
They've got you pleading the 1 to 5 over and they're gonna dismiss the 45 and the 25. Is that what you want to do? That's one
Yes, sir.
point.
Yes.
To that charge, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
160 is your total. I'll accept your plea. You gotta slow down though. Your record's looking pretty bad here, okay?
Yes.
All right. 160, and you can go down the hall and take care of that. Good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome. People against Kevin Robinson. Kevin Robinson, 26B149965. Good morning, sir. You're going to plead to disregard a traffic control device causing an accident. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
There were 2 people injured in this. Is that right?
My understanding, yes.
All right, to that charge, this will be a traffic control device, or how do you plead, responsible or not responsible?
I guess I'm good, sir.
Responsible.
I didn't see the light.
Responsible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll accept your plea. 195, okay?
Yes, sir.
Right down the end of the hall, you can make your payment. Best of luck to you. Thank you. All right, people against Muhammad Asghar, 26B150517. Whoever's got,
First phone has got to get out.
please, you gotta take the phones out, please.
Signs
Thank
all
you.
over.
There's signs all over the building. David Brush can come up to this table and have a seat here at my right, your left, and Nyquist can do the same. Your name, sir, this is Mohammed Cameron Asgar, 26B 150517. Your name? All right, so you are going to plead to impeding, right? You two have to be careful, okay? To that charge of impeding traffic, responsible or not responsible? I'm sorry? I'll accept the plea. 170 is your total. Please be careful out there, okay?
Sure.
Thank you. How much do you have today?
50.
50? When can you pay the rest?
That's what.
I'm sorry?
End of the April.
End of April? Okay, no problem. April 30, okay? If you need more time, you call the court. We'll go on Zoom. I'll give you an extension. Best of luck to you. Do I have Tyler Nyquist here? He needs to have a seat at the table. David Brush, come on up here, 26B 150573. Your name, sir?
David Brush.
All right, good morning to you. You are going to plead to impeding traffic, correct?
Yeah, Your Honor.
Responsible or not responsible to that? All right, 150 is your total. You got a clean record. I wish you well. 150. You're all set. Thank you. Tyler Nyquist, 26B 150574. Come on up to the podium, young man, please. Your name?
Tyler.
How you doing? What are you doing now? Are you in high school?
Yes.
Where at?
Whatever else.
What are you gonna do next year?
College. Well, I have to finish high school first.
Why not? Just relax. I mean, in the fall, what are you gonna do?
I go to Henry Ford Junior College because I'm going to take cybersecurity classes there.
Good. All right, so you're gonna plead to impeding. I'm not trying to make you nervous. I'll get you out of here, okay? To that charge of impeding, responsible or not responsible? Is your mom or dad here with you?
Yes.
Which one?
My mother.
That's nice to see. Thanks for coming, Mom. 150 is your total. Speed's dismissed. Slow down though, okay? You don't want it to marry your good-looking face there. Good luck to you. Zachary Ostrowski, 26W841773. All right. Your name, sir? You're gonna plead the prohibited parking and they're gonna dismiss the expired plate, right?
Yes, sir.
Is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
All right, do you have? You have a valid registration now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, to that charge, prohibited parking, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
You didn't have a valid registration at the time of this though, correct?
At the time of the ticket, I did not have it resolved within the hour.
Good for you. You going to work?
Returning to work.
Where?
Romulus, fabrication plant.
All right, $85, you're out of here. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Have a good day.
You as well.
At the 18-minute mark, this traffic court clip takes a serious turn. Judge McNally moves from a routine case into a moment where one small decision could lead to much bigger consequences. What looks simple at first is about to become a sharp lesson in courtroom strategy and risk.
How about Scott Miller? 26B150229. Okay, it says both vehicles drivable, no accidents, no injuries, so charge is fair to stop a short clear distance. They're offering you impeding. Your name?
Scott Miller.
All right, just try to be careful, okay? To the charge of impeding, that's what you're gonna plead to?
Yes, sir.
Responsible or not responsible to that?
Responsible.
195 is your total, and you're all set and go down the hall and make your payment. Good luck.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too, thank you. People against Trevor Gordon. Trevor Gordon. Trevor Lynette Gordon, 26W841760.
This is where it gets interesting. Trevor Gordon asks for a hearing, but Judge McNally warns him that pushing the issue could bring back the original speeding charge. Instead of a lighter outcome, he could be facing a more serious penalty. So the real question is, do you fight it or take the break already on the table?
Got you going 42 and a 25. They wrote you for distracted. Your name?
Trevor Gordon.
And now you want an informal?
Yes, sir. That's right.
Okay, I just want you to know, I might let the officer, if he asks me to amend the citation back to speeding. He was trying to be a nice guy out there. He wrote you for distracted. He's got you going 42 and a 25, which by the way is a 4-point. So I don't have a problem with you telling me you want an informal, but I want to forewarn you, if he asks me to amend the citation to go back to the original charge, I'm going to do it. Do we understand one another?
Yeah, I don't believe I was going in fast.
All you have to do is be going 26 and a 25, and that's 1 point. So I'm not quarreling with you. I'm just telling you, if he asks me to amend the citation, probably going to allow him to do it. He was being a nice guy out there. And these guys, when you start requesting hearings, that's fine. You have the right to a hearing, but I'm just telling you, I'm going to let him amend the citation if he asks me to do that. Do we understand that?
Yes, Sean, can I go back into
To the what?
the citation that I was in?
To distracted?
Yes, sir.
I don't want to force you to do that. If you don't think you did anything wrong at all. But these guys are nice guys out there sometimes, and they give you a break on the road instead of writing you for what could have been a 4-point. He writes you for a 0-point that's not extractable. You do what you
Well, I
want.
don't have a point, sir, and that was my whole
And
point.
you don't get any for distract. We don't even report it to the Secretary of State.
Understood.
So what do you want to do?
Take it straight.
You sure?
Yes, sir.
Do that charge of distracted driving, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
All right, I'm going to accept your plea.
Here's the turning point. After Judge McNally clearly explains the risk, Trevor Gordon decides not to push further and pleads responsible. The judge accepts the plea, lowers the total to $150, and notes his clean record. It's a real courtroom reminder that sometimes pressing harder can actually make the outcome worse.
Fines and costs are 155. I'll make it 150. You got a clean record. I'll cut that.
Keep it that way, sir.
Well, it is. Good luck. 150 is your total. You can go down the hall and take care of that and you're all set.
Thank you.
Best of luck. Antisic, Carol Susan